What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Good, The Bad and The Stupid. It's Tuesday the 28th of January. Hope you've had a great Tuesday wherever you are in the world, or having a great Tuesday because it's still Tuesday. I hope you're in a rush like me, and then we can all agree to get this thing over with as quickly as possible because we've all got places to be. I've said before I'm going to keep it short, and then I've rambled on double length, so I'm not going to curse myself this time. Let's just see what happens. It's been a bit of a slow news day today, apart from fucking... Does anybody know where Prince Andrew is? Prince Andrew, where are you, Prince Andrew? Is like, we'll have a pantomime calls fucking the Prince... Well, we've already got the one, the Prince and the paedophile, but where's Prince Andrew? This one's going to be called, because he's disappeared. The FBI are looking for him. Informally, I think. I don't think they're not out to arrest him or anything yet, but he's not answering any of their calls. They're like, you don't call, you don't write. You know, you've said before you're going to come out and explain or talk to us in your car crash TV interview. You said you were going to talk to us as rightly you rightly would as an honourable thing to do. And then he's just disappeared, and they're calling him out. All the newspapers are carrying the story at the moment, so... He's like one of them people he's hiding under the bed. He's like fucking, waiting for it all to blow away. He's like, fuck, when is this thing just gonna fucking disappear? But it ain't gonna disappear, and he's only making it look fucking worse for himself, if you ask me. And they've said that their investigation is moving forward rapidly. So if I was him, I would fucking go and draw a line under it somewhere or try. But after he fucked up on his TV interview, I don't think he wants to talk to anybody without, without or either through a lawyer or fucking, not at all. Make sure he's got 3 people with any common sense to read through anything that he says before he passes it on. So anyway, everyone's making their own minds up about the situation at the moment, but it's all about fucking, who you knock about with, it rubs off on you. You know what I mean? So... That's where Prince Harry's fucking doing one. He's like, I don't want to be fucking associated with that guy. Something fucking wrong. There's something wrong there, and I don't want to be fucking any part of it. Right, what we going? Oh yeah, Britain. Britain was battered. I was talking about the British weather, the good old British weather. Everybody knows that we're fucking always pissing down the rain, but it's saying here we've been battered by snow. I haven't seen any. Britain was battered by snow yesterday, as bookies slashed the odds on 2020 being the bleakest winter ever. I ain't seen no snow. Oh, I'm in the south, but it must be fucking way up north because I didn't even hear of it. I've not seen it on the news or anything. Many people woke up to -10 temperature, so I must be fucking... I think myself lucky that, I'm not sitting here shivering at the moment because I normally... This studio, I beg your pardon, this podcast studio is freezing cold in the winter, and it's almost fingerless gloves weather, in the house, that is, or in the podcast studio. Come on, that's where we are at the moment. It flips between. There's many parts to this place. Anyway, it's -10 some places in the country. Anyway, so I feel sorry for you. It hasn't reached me yet. But I'm just going to wear some woolies just in case. Nothing worse than feeling cold. I hate feeling cold. I love walking around in the cold, but with the right gear on. That is great. But walking around, when I was a kid, I used to wear a Denim Jackie. It was always style over practicality. And I used to walk around with a Denim jacket on in the harshest part of winter because I thought it looked good, but I didn't look good, did I? Because my fucking face was pale with a bright red nose and ears were snapping off, and I was stood there shivering. So does that look good? Not really. Well, everybody else is sitting there or standing there with all their ski jackets on and all the gear. I think I look good. I think you got to stick with the fucking, the Fonz wouldn't wear a ski jacket, would he? The Fonz would just wear the leather and that's it. So it's me and the Fonz. Fashion first. You never know who's going to walk past, you know what I mean? You got to fucking Be your best at all times. Take your chances. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, Bobby Ball's birthday. Happy birthday to Bobby Ball. Bobby Ball, who's Bobby Ball? Here you say. Bobby Ball is half of the duo Cannon and Ball from the 1980s. Oh, absolutely hilarious they were. When I was growing up, I used to piss myself. I loved him. Rock on Tommy, he used to do that all the time with his braces, and they did lots of stage shows and variety shows and stuff. But he's in, what's that program he's in now with Lee? With Lee somebody, a comedian, but he's hilarious, and I think he plays his dad in it. But I watched that program and I thought this is going to be shit, just like I just didn't fancy it. And when I watched it, it was actually really funny. But Bobby Ball was fucking hilarious. He was like stole the show. So classic. I'll have to watch a couple more of them and see if it's. I didn't just catch the fucking the one that was the business. But Bobby Ball, if you get a chance to see him. What's he called? What's he bloody called? I wrote it down, I'm sure I did. No, I didn't. Anyway, his real name is Robert Harper. Staying Out, there's No Way Out, something like that. Anyway, check him out, Bobby Ball. Hilarious. What's happening with Simon Cowell's face? Somebody tell me. Leave a comment. No, don't. I saw that Barclay card advert. It just don't look fucking. It looks like a CGI version of Simon Cowell, but it's not. It's the real him. He looks like he's got a Simon Cowell mask on that's slightly not right. Like when if I was to put a William Shatner mask on, which was the Halloween mask for those of you that don't know, but they pulled all the eyebrows off and stuff. But if I was to put on, it would look a bit like him, but it'd be a bit fucking misshapen, wouldn't it? And a bit off. That's what Simon Cowell's face looks like. Has he been to? I don't know who his fucking injector is, but he wants to go and get his money back, or at least don't do an advert until it's cooled down a bit. He's obviously walked straight out of the fucking Botox clinic and straight into Barclay card, with the cameras and everything. And I don't know. He looks really good, apart from he just looked like he couldn't crack a smile and stuff like that. So I think he was like, you've been to the dentist and you come out and your face is all swollen like that, but everyone could just slightly notice it. It was like that. So anyway, apart from that, his new body is looking good. I'm not knocking the overall Simon Cowell. The figure, the physique, is looking good. He's had to change all his clothes apparently. He can afford it, but apparently he's lost that much weight. He's got to change all his clothes and whatever. So he's gone on a vegan diet, hasn't he? So for those of you who thought you was similar shape to Simon Cowell, there you go. Take some hints from him. From the neck down, that is. Where was I? Oh, who's Greg Wallace? Oh, Greg Wallace. Masterchef, Greg Wallace, there's a photo of him here. What's he doing? These programmes where shit celebrities go travelling. I'll be on one day, but these programmes where they just get some really sort of middle of the road celebrity. Ed Balls is doing one. Ed Balls is off fucking round South America or something. It's like South America, I think it's South America, but if it's not, I'm just going to use South America in this bit. But South America is fucking great, and everybody wants to see what South America looks like, but not through the fucking eyes of Ed Balls, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? It's like, pick somebody cool or somebody worth or quite interesting, who's a bit of a laugh, and not like some fucking fat fucking politician. It just doesn't make sense to me. Who's watching that? Who's like got an? Oh, I wonder where Ed Balls will take to the cuisine of South America, or how he'll get on with the locals and that. I don't get it. And Greg Wallace is another one. He's like from Masterchef. There's a picture of him here with the Zulus behind him. Look, the Zulus. Look, there's a photo there having a great time. I see all the Zulus behind him. Look, that's just before they fucking spear him and just put him out of his misery, or put them out of his. Him out of their misery, should I say. He's in South Africa and he's been meeting the Zulu for a day. He said he's dressed up like him and whatever else. He's having a great time. He's getting paid to do it. But, it's not my It's not my go-to TV anyway. And if it's on the fucking BBC, then all the more reason to fuck the TV licence off. Gary Lineker's even come out and saying should make it voluntary. If you make it voluntary, nobody's going to pay, so it won't really work. Who's going to? It's voluntary. What? Then I'll pay 150 quid or 175 quid? No, I don't think I'll pay it then. Perfect. Okay, nice one. People don't. BBC make a lot of shit. All right, they make some good programs, but they make a lot of shit programs, and it's not fair that fucking the people that don't watch it have to fucking, you know. If I want to watch the Blue Planet and all that, they're on Netflix and all those kind of places, so I'm paying for them. So I think BBC need to get with the fucking times and just put it under Netflix and Amazon, and then if people are paying, then they can pay you. But I'm not paying. Well, people shouldn't have to pay for EastEnders for starters, or all the other crap that they come out on there. I can't think of any off the top of my head now. What about them decorating programs on in the daytime with fucking Peter Andre in it? Excuse me, but or Homes Under the Hammer. How many property programs? How many times have I got to watch somebody doing up a house when I'm skint? It's a fucking wind up. I don't want to see that, you know what I mean? I don't want to see somebody going, I think I'm going to spend 50 grand doing the roof and 20 grand on that, and yeah, we've got a budget, but we ran over 30 grand. That's all right, because we've put the price of the place has gone up 80 grand on top of the budget. So we're quids in. I'm sitting at home like, you know, with my fingerless gloves on, eating my fucking one ingredient pasta. Sultan pasta on the hard times. This is the life of a podcaster or a videographer. What am I, a podcaster or a videographer? I'm one or the other. I'm both. Comedian as well. Although, you know, you're not seeing me in all my shining armour right here and now. Where are we going? Oh yeah. Football banter should be toned down in the office to stop laddish behaviour. It should just be... Well, football talk is boring as fuck anyway. You know, when somebody gets onto football talk and they just... I don't mind it for a bit. I try and keep up to start with. I try and get involved in that, but I don't know as much as everybody else. And as soon as I start dropping names that I don't know, I'm left hanging then. So you got to be careful. You try and get into you know, when everyone starts banging around who the favourite manager was and who the... You know, who's the manager now for your team? And I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I give the name of the manager 2 years ago, which he's changed twice since then. I actually don't know his name. Oh, what's his name? Pepe. I do. Pepe. I don't know what his surname is. Or that might be his surname. But it's just changed anyway. So, but anyway, what I'm going to say, Birmingham City, my team, if you don't mind. But yeah, so football talk in the workplace, they can get on once they get onto it, they don't shut up for hours. So it's just banned for the sake of it. Just takes up too much time. But I'm all for not working when you're at work. So do as you please. If you can get away with it, do as little as you possibly can. Especially unless it's your company, then you're fucking. That's that's not the right move. That's for other people to do at your company. But if you're in like a big corporate or conglomerate or somebody who's just fucking, you're just a minion for their shareholders, then just fuck about. Don't work. Just get your paycheck and do, you know, talk about football and go home and you know, come into work. Just use it as a place to set up your own business, and then when you've done that, then fuck the job off. I've never done that. Right, last couple of things we're getting on, but I told you I got them in a bit of a rush. A couple in their 80s celebrated their 62nd wedding anniversary by 62nd wedding anniversary. That is a fucking... Either they're totally in love or they're at their wits' end. They must have been had totally enough of each other. I'm only joking. They're almost one and the same now, aren't they? But even if they were at their wits' end and life just got so boring now that they've been together that long, they've just won £1 million on the lottery. So fucking woohoo, they're going to have the time of their lives. So that's just revamped or put the passion straight back into that relationship. Anyway, one's 85 and the other one's 81, but I'm only joking. I'm playing bit of tongue in cheek there. I imagine that they're very, very happy, and they certainly are now. They've just won £1 million. Have they got a family? Yeah, they've got a family, so everybody's happy in that situation, aren't they? Good for them. They've got a cake. They've got a big cake with like 100 million. The candles showing 100 million, like that. Fucking nice one. I bet all the grandkids are like that. Fucking hell, you joking? Can't wait to see you go around Nan's house. Before that, they're like that. Oh, I don't want to go to Nan and Granddad's. Fucking hell, I want to stay here and play PlayStation. Now they're like that. When we going to Nan's, Mum? When we going to Nan's? Come on, take us round. Quick before they spend all the money. Or they write the will to somebody else. Right. Squares are Britain's priciest addresses, with homes on them costing an average of £505,000. Gardens take second place on £420,000. Well, I grew up on a council estate, and the place where I grew up was Hawksley Square. The shopping area, and that was called Hawksley Square. And I'll tell you something now, that wasn't one of the most expensive postcodes in the area. That was one of the shittiest postcodes in the area. It's fucking, and that was then, and now it's like a bomb site. A lot of the shops are all boarded up. The off license, you have to. They've got like it's worse than walking into a bank. You have to walk into one door, shut it. That was the best place to quarantine people for the coronavirus or whatever. You have to walk into one door, wait for that to shut, press a button, the other door will open, then you go in, and then the fucking everything's like a bulletproof glass across the front anyway. It's been robbed that many times that they're not taking any chances. You have to order, you get your Mars bars and shit like that, and it comes through a drawer. It's fucking, terrible to have to live like that. I don't live around there anymore, but I know people that do. The chip shop, though, the best chip shop in the country. I mean, they were rich. That chip shop, those guys were rich because every fucker on the council estate ate there. Nobody could cook. The queue was round the block at the weekends, and they literally were just saying money don't grow on trees. Does for them. Potato trees. Anyway, let's move on to Friends star David Schwimmer has dismissed rumours of a revival for the hit sitcom. Good. I don't think. Well, they're going to get offered that much money. The carrot, he's dangling like that. There've been millions they've been offered. I'd probably take it, but he's saying I don't think he wants to do it, and they've got no idea to do it. They've not come up with anything creatively that would make them want to do it. The writers need to get onto it quick, because I think that would make obviously I reckon they'll do it. They'll make a film. Just make a film. You don't have to make a program or a series. Just make a film, a one-off, and make millions and millions and millions and millions of pounds. They got millions for each episode, didn't they? Tell you what, I'm in the wrong job. You can see I'm fucking talented. There's no way in the world I should be sitting here. I should be in New York in my penthouse. Fucking. Anyway, this time next year, Rodney. Right, I'm going to finish up on something or other. Oh, a total of 52 prison officers have faced disciplinary action in the past 3 years after they were found asleep on the job. I'm surprised they didn't fucking get turned over by the lags, if that's the case. Depends on where they was asleep. But it's perfect for that. No wonder the places are full of drugs and everything. They know that everybody's fast asleep, or maybe they're just like they're being bunged and pretending to be asleep, so that when somebody walks past with like loads of drugs and whatever else, or a rat pulling a rat along, like letting a rat run through, but the rat's got loads of fucking cocaine in its belly or something or other. They're turning a blind eye to it. Somebody is. Anyway, I'm going to finish up on one more thing. Drinking alcohol regularly can significantly reduce your risk of chronic kidney disease, new research suggests. So I think that's up to you on that one. They always say these things, don't they? They fucking twist your mind, because every other report will tell you that drinking too much alcohol fucks your liver up and gives you liver disease. Now there's one coming up, so you've just gone like, right, better start cutting back. Next thing you know, drinking alcohol regularly can significantly reduce the risk of chronic kidney disease. Now what do? Get back on it. forget dry January. Fucking hurry up, catch up with what you've missed on the past 3 weeks. Otherwise, you're going to get kidney disease. Nobody wants that. So get down to the off license. All the off license guys are all of that. Fucking nice one. They've all lobbied together and paid somebody to come out with that. Right. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed it, and I'm going to see you again tomorrow. See you later. Bye bye.